It has been one of those days where, hello, we are live on Facebook. I believe we are finally good. We've got it. Third time's a charm, right? Let's see here. I'm just going to double check if you're watching on Facebook, if you could make sure to say hello in the comments. We are. I think we made it. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
This is one of those technology wins, right? For we are live. I'm so excited right now. Oh, I did it. Hello, we're live with Dr. Nimira. It is Friday and we are talking self-care, okay? Self-care, especially during this time. I'll give you a little bit of background of Dr. Nimira and how we met. I've had headaches my entire life, migraines my entire life, and I went to see Dr. Namira, and I think I saw you for 6 months to a year regularly, right? And
Yeah,
now
less than a
I
year.
do not have headaches anymore. I don't have migraines anymore. I don't have to take Excedrin. The weather changes or I get my period, and I don't have those. So it's completely changed my life. So that's how I met her, and that's why I wanted to share her with you. So Dr. Namira, go ahead and tell us a little bit about you.
So many things. So I am a chiropractor here in Agora Hills in the Conejo Valley. Our super exciting news is now we finally live in the Conejo Valley. So I'm officially a complete Conejo Valley in Agora Hills. I don't know what to call that. But I actually only live 8 minutes from my practice, which is probably the best part of this move at this point.
And you were driving from pretty far before, right?
Yes. So I have 2 kids. They both go to school out here in Agora, and it's definitely been an interesting challenge because I was 6 months pregnant when I graduated chiropractic school. So I've been doing this fun juggle balance of mommy life and self-care and actually having a business and working, being a working mom, because I come into work to see patients for a good 10 years now. And so I love what I do. I can't see myself doing anything else. Props to all the stay-at-home mommies, distance learning mommies, all the working out of the house and still trying to figure out distance learning mommies, because I am struggling too. So we are all in this together, and that's been a bit of chaos, but it's been a really interesting experience to use the knowledge that I have of trying to do that balance from before and seeing how to make it work now. And I love being able to help the mommies really manage their lives better from a physical level so that they can emotionally and mentally handle the stuff that's going on at home as well.
Yeah, especially right now, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot at home. We have between kids learning and you're trying to work, a lot of us are still trying to be full-time parents and work from home. I always tell my husband, I never expected to be a full-time work from home, stay-at-home mom. And that's what we've all come to, and we're trying to juggle so many things. Do you feel your biggest tip is for moms for self-care?
Actually scheduling it is a big one. I think even for myself, I routined. I actually, on Thursdays, I used to do something on my Instagram that would post over to Facebook. It's called One Small Thing. And I really just challenge people to do one small thing for themselves every Thursday. This month we switched it up, and now I just randomly pick a day of the week, and it's a surprise. But it's really just about being able to be on your toes with what is one small thing I can do for myself right now, or in an hour, or whatever, to make me feel like I took care of myself.
Yeah.
Because really what happens is we give ourselves a guilt trip for not taking care of ourselves. But then we ignore it and let it get worse and worse and worse. So if we can just find the little things that make us feel like we filled the cup just even a little bit, to help us get that kind of refresh or rejuvenate or whatever, to help you keep going. Because if you don't, you'll hit burnout. I just wrote an article for a magazine a week or 2 ago about how, stress is good in the beginning, and we have our little bit of stress, and we kind of just in March sort of just pulled it together and rah, and we're going to beat the virus. And we were all kind of running on adrenaline at that point. And now we've all gone crazy because adrenaline has, tanked, and we're literally hitting burnout. And so we have to do that before we hit burnout. I had to take 3 weeks off social media earlier in the month because I was like, I can't do this anymore. So you don't want to hit that burnout part. You want to be able to keep filling the cup little by little as it's draining so that you don't completely wipe out.
And I never thought about that. I never thought about scheduling a day during the week where like, okay, on Thursdays, I have to do something for myself, whether it be do a YouTube yoga video or meditate or have a cup of coffee outside with no one asking me questions. And I think that we forget
And it
how
doesn't
the
have to be
little
long.
things add up. Like it doesn't have to be this go get a massage or go get your nails done because a
Or
lot of
do a full workout even.
exactly
Sometimes just go take a walk around the backyard because that's the time you
have a couple
Take 10
minutes
deep
where
breaths.
no one is asking you a question. Go to the bathroom by yourself. Go for a drive. Go sit in your car, listen to music. I think that's so huge. My next question for you is, what is one of the biggest things moms could cut out of our lives to make us a little healthier, to make life a little bit easier? And I don't want to hear it. As I'm drinking
social media.
as I'm drinking coffee on Facebook.
No, it's not. I don't think coffee is that bad for you as long as you're not overdoing it. I think we think our time off is when we're scrolling on Facebook, and that's actually not time off.
We're still going.
So actually taking social media breaks is very important. I think it's huge for us to be able to get out of the outside world, actually do what COVID sort of did to us and go into our homes, hang out with our kids, take 5 minutes and read a book, get off social media. It's actually very draining to the body and it increases our fight or flight response because you'll see something that triggers you and it'll make you feel crazy. And then you're spending, the next 30, 40, an hour, 3 hours, even if you're not on social media anymore, thinking about it,
processing it, being like, well, there's that fact and there's that factor and all
why did this person do this and what happened here? And it's just so much drama. Come in for what you need, take what you need, and then leave.
Fill your cup and then leave. Find the good memes and the funny stories.
Don't spiral.
Did you see the video about the little? It was a little boy making food with his grandma, maybe, and she would put stuff in the bowl.
I've been really good after the last 3 weeks. I literally pop in, make sure nobody needs me for anything, give grandparents an update with the kids' picture.
Yeah, and that's it. I've been trying to use
more
click
coffee,
on
less social media.
Right? Click on positive things, not watch the funny videos. Jake doesn't go on social media hardly ever. He is not social media. He has a Facebook, but I think that maybe the last time he posted was probably thanking everybody for his birthday last year. And if you look on his page, it's literally every post from me that I tag him in, so pictures of our kids. But trying to share some positive videos with him because he doesn't use social media. So I've been kind of aware of, okay, I want to find a positive video every day or something funny that will make him laugh so that I'm using that social media for that good part of it and not, Halloween posts or trick-or-treating posts.
And there's definitely amazing things about social media. It keeps us connected. I think we just tend to kind of go out of control with it sometimes.
Yeah. I know, right? Just a little bit. With moms, I don't know. Now, we have a couple minutes left. So tell us about your practice. And I know that you're a small business owner as well. So COVID-19 has probably affected you just like it's affected all of us. And how you're, share with us how you're kind of getting back into business and what you're offering for those moms out there and who might need you.
Sure, absolutely. So I'm a chiropractor here in Agora Hills. I don't practice like a traditional chiropractor, and I never have. I actually got into chiropractic a very upside down, backwards way. I was in a car accident when I was 18, getting ready to go off to my undergrad program. I was about to do a 7-year program as for a doctor of osteopathic medicine, and I'd never heard of chiropractic. So I didn't really know about it. I didn't know about maintenance adjustments. I didn't know about all of the twisting, popping, cracking, anything. And my first experience was actually very mild and not crazy. So when I decided I didn't want to do that other program anymore and I ended up at chiropractic school, I think I was actually blown away myself about what chiropractic was. And I wasn't really sure if it was what I wanted to do. But someone took me to a neurology seminar, and I got to see chiropractic from a different perspective, from looking at the brain and the nervous system and the brainstem area at the top of the neck, and be able to check and see using science and technology what our physiology looks like versus just what our misalignment looks like, to see when we're truly stuck in our fight or flight response, when we're just stressed out, which is normal, and when we're doing really well and healthy. And it was another way to look at chiropractic, to be able to say, okay, yes, we need good alignment. No, we don't need to be adjusting all the time. Our body has to be able to work through the stress, and learn how to get better on its own. So a really big thing with the work that I do is checking a patient to see if they need to be adjusted, and adjusting only when absolutely necessary. And we can do that without the twisting, popping, cracking, because it's a really tiny little bone. It doesn't require a lot of force to move. So that's the really great thing about what I do that makes it very different. The moms, I actually see probably 95% women in my practice. Many of them are from moms of Conejo Valley. It's just kind of who I've tended to attract in the last 10 years. But I see a lot of chronic migraines, neck pain, vertigo and dizziness are really big ones. The other things I see are patients who are actually trying to avoid surgery. So patients who already have disc issues, potentially a little bit more serious disc issues, as long as it's not gone into the canal. I've taken care of patients with fusions. I take care of patients who are post-stroke recovery, post-concussion work. I get to do a lot more of the slightly more serious stuff, because we aren't doing such a drastic adjustment on the neck, that I'm able to still help patients kind of have better quality of life and pain, even if there is a certain degree of degeneration that's not going back. So that's who I tend to see a lot of. My patients love that they get to come in here and have mandatory grown-up nap time. It's probably my favorite thing of my office. I have an entire suite dedicated for napping. And sometimes patients are like, can I just use the full hour and get my full rest? And I'm like,
right?
Sure, I blocked it off for you.
I think that was my when, because I think when I first started seeing you, that was the difference with you and then with any other chiropractor, is you said to me, if you have to see me for the rest of your life, I'm not doing you any good. If you have to see me like this all the time, we need to fix you. You need to feel better so that you don't have to come to the chiropractor 3 or 4 times a week. And it was so relieving that it was like, okay, well, I'm going to feel better. Like, if you have to make me feel better. And I remember when I came kind of to the end of that time that I was like, okay, I don't have to come 3 times a week. I was like, but
we never do a week in here. The max you'll ever see me is
2. Yeah, 2. But even 2, I'm like, when I didn't have to come 2 times a week, I'm like, but my nap. I mean, those anti-gravity chairs, and she gives you blankets, you guys, these soft
blankets. Can't do blankets anymore.
Oh, because COVID. Oh,
you can BYOB. Bring your
own. Oh, I'll bring my own blanket. Oh, the Rona just makes me angry. But you would get in there and like the music. And I think that for me, talking about self-care September, even going to your office and taking that time to lay down, and you cannot have your cell phone, you cannot watch a show, you can't check Facebook, take off your Apple smartwatch so it doesn't, buzz while you're laying in there and you're like, what is going on? Even for that was amazing. So again, guys, I highly recommend Dr. Nimira. If you have any neck problems, back problems, headaches, anything like that, please make sure you reach out to her. I've put her website below. You can see it right here. And ask her any questions. I think you do consultations, right?
Yes, I always chat on the phone first. I want to make sure that we're a good fit. I want to make sure that we know what's going on. I want to make sure that I can help before I even have you come in and pay for an exam. Conversation is super important. I do those on the phone first before we even book an exam. I want to make sure that we're on the same page and that I can get you the results you're looking for. I am a small practice. I work here 2 full days and 2 half days a week, and I'm with my kids the rest of the time.
Right, especially now
so you're not chiropractor, 20 patients an hour. I'm here. I have 3 patients an hour. I'm here very limited time, so I don't take on a ton of patients either.
The patients you take on are the ones you're going to actually be able to help. You want to make sure,
Absolutely, yeah. This is a very small practice, but I love it that way.
Right. All right, guys. Well, don't forget, I put our website below. You can also go to Moms of Conejo Valley, our website, and you'll see a picture of Dr. Nimira on the bottom. You can click that. It'll also take you straight to our website. You're on Facebook. They can find you at Dr. Nimira, and your Instagram name is
Dr. Nimira.
Dr. Nimira. Nice and easy, guys. Well, have yourself a great weekend. Get outside. Hopefully the air quality clears up out there and we're able to use that outside, and I look forward to talking with you guys. Don't forget, I'll share this video again with all your links on it, and have a great Friday.
Have a great weekend. Happy Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.